Alright, welcome back to Turnabout of Chance. And I'm just trying to remember what we were doing last time. Last time, after the trial, first thing, we went to see Big Wins and Walkie. And now we're going to go talk to Mr. Doe. Mr. Justice and Miss Sykes, I'm glad to see you again. Hello, Mr. Doe. How have you been? I'm well, thank you. I'm afraid that I don't have very long to speak. It seems that the police intend to keep me in questioning for the rest of the day. If you have questions, you'd best ask them now. Fair enough. What about the trial? I must confess, I was most surprised by today. I think that the killer used the dumbwaiter to reach the second floor. Well, that's still only a theory at this point. A trial theory. Oh? I don't see how the killer could come from anywhere else. We know for a fact they never passed by the security camera. That's true. Which is why I just have to pray that my theory today was right. With the testimony you gave in court today, have you remembered anything else since? Did you notice anything strange before you were arrested? I believe that I've already told you everything. I don't recall anything else of significance. What about when the police arrived? What were you doing at the time? When the police arrived? I believe that I was on my way to return to the victim's apartment. The victim's apartment? But didn't you already collect his dishes the first time? Yeah, that's true. Why would you need to go back there? Oh, yes. It would appear that I had left some things behind the first time. I had collected the plates, but in my haste I forgot to take Tin Line's cutlery back. It was only once I had returned to the kitchen that I realized I was missing a steak knife and fork. Oh. However, I wasn't able to collect them straight away because Mr. Ravallis called me to the penthouse. I see. So that's what you were doing before you were arrested. Interesting. So he left his knife in the kitchen. He collected Tin Line's dishes earlier, but didn't take the steak knife with him when he left. Okay. Are you normally such a forgetful person, Mr. Doe? You left your work knife in the kitchen that morning by accident as well, didn't you? Yes, I'm terribly embarrassed about it. I was quite preoccupied that night for my own personal reasons. What sort of reasons? It doesn't matter. Nothing related to this case, I assure you. Huh. It would seem that our time is up. Don't worry, Mr. Doe. I promise that this will all be resolved by tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Justice. I trust you to find the truth. Okay. I guess we're done here. In that case, we should continue our investigation over at the casino. Okay. Let's just go. The investigation team is here again today. They all look pretty busy. I doubt that they have the time to help us out. It's you two. Oh, Taya, Miss Taya. What are you doing here? The prosecutor wanted to speak with me. That woman needs to learn to calm down a little, you know? I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. Okay. So? Is it okay if I just reaffirm what you saw 2 nights ago? Sure thing. Reaffirm away. So you discovered the body at about 8:45 that night. But this knife was nowhere at the crime scene then. That's right. The butler had the knife at that time. But you passed out for 15 minutes. And the knife was in the victim's corpse after you woke up. That about sums it up. I mean that the knife was stabbed into the victim during those 15 minutes. I wonder who would have had the chance to do something like that. The kitchen was empty at the time. Anybody in the casino could easily get to the crime scene, I think. Yeah, there's a lot about that I still don't know how it comes together. You were pretty adamant that Mr. Doe was the killer in court today. Do you still stand by that? I don't know. I mean, who wouldn't have thought that the butler did it after seeing what I saw? But after today, I can't help but think it may have all been a huge misunderstanding. Hey, that's a win. And who would you say the killer might be, if not the butler? Look, I have no idea what you two might think about me, but you should know that I'm not involved with rivales. Not really, anyway. I'm a poker dealer, that's all. As far as I'm concerned, what goes on upstairs is no business of mine. So, you two just do what you have to do, okay? I think I understand what she's trying to say. She doesn't want to name names for her own good. So, Miss Taya, what do you plan to do now? Well, depending on how things turn out, I may not be working for a while. There's a nice little poker club down the way. I figure I'll hang out there till this whole thing blows over. I don't suppose you have any other hobbies. By the way, you might not be allowed upstairs right now. The police are testing out your whole dumbwaiter theory. Oh, right. Well, I think I'll be off. Thank you for all of your help, Miss Taya. Oh, it's fine, I guess. I mean, it was no trouble. You're alright. Best of luck, you two. Stop by if you ever feel like a little game. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. You're alright. Still, that's 3 for 3 with okay, I mean, the talk with Waki and Big Wins was a bit more substantial, but that's 2 for 2 with learning very little of substance from yesterday's witnesses. You know, I thought that Miss Taya was a bit difficult at first, but she's alright. But she's actually a really nice person underneath that tough girl act of hers. I guess so, huh? Yeah, she's just really defensive because she saw something that really scared the fuck out of her, and once we worked it all out, Athena's therapy wins. So, what should we do now? Well, if upstairs is off limits, I guess we'll have to look around down here first. There's really only one place here that's worth checking out. Back alley? Apollo, What's up with you? You're acting weird. Ah! No, it's nothing. Athena, seriously. Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. What's up with her? It's like she wants to say something, but can't. Whatever, it's probably not a good idea for me to push it. I'll let her figure it out. Okay, let's go. That's right, that was a Big Win stopped her after Apollo already left. And gave her warning. Dealing with the rivales could get Apollo killed, so rein him in, or else something bad might happen. Meaning all the best. But we can go back to the rear entrance. Who's out here? Back at the scene where the body was found. Huh? Oh! Isn't that Tristan? What's he doing out here? You two. I sure hope it wasn't you who crammed yourself in the dumbwaiter. Hi, Tristan. You just dropped something on the ground? Why are you here? I could ask you the same question. This is a crime scene, you know? Yeah, I can see the outline. So what? So, it's probably not the best place to hang out. The police may need to investigate here. What'd you do if your fingerprints got all over the crime scene? But there aren't any police here now. That's not the point. Back me up here, Athena. Whatever. I don't care what you do. Theta, no! Oh good, we're doing this again. The downside of extreme empathy. Okay. First off, can you look at this for me, Tristan? Point taken. Fair enough. What are you doing? Okay, so why are you really out here, Tristan? I live in the casino. I can go anywhere I want. It's being much more defiant today. Besides, why do you care what I'm doing out here? Because crime scenes aren't normally a popular hangout spot for teenagers. No. I was just looking for something that my dad threw away. This is where all the trash goes, so... What are you looking for, exactly? Whatever. It's not important or anything. No? Well, we'll just see about that. Alright, 2 nights ago. What were you doing on the night that Ness was murdered? Why? Do you think I'm a murderer or something? He is being more defiant. I'm not like my dad, you know. Yeah, I can see that. Wait, did you just call your dad a murderer? I don't know. Maybe? This kid is impossible to talk to. Anyway, it's only a question, Tristan. Fine. Well, I don't really remember what I was doing. I guess I was just hanging out around the casino. That's what I normally do when I'm bored. Well, we know we have Taya's testimony that he was in the casino. Guess she talked to him before she went to take her break. Which means, in theory... I don't even want to go there. He's actually... does seem like a nice kid. The question is, does he secretly want his dad to accept him as the successor? Or is he an honestly nice kid through and through? That question remains to be seen. And I'm pretty much always bored, so I get it. Miss Taya said she spoke to you in the lounge that night. Do you remember that? She's the poker dealer, right? Yeah, I guess I remember that. It's something like, "Hey, Mr. Avalis, it's kind of quiet here, so I'm gonna go on break in about 10 minutes. I don't know. Something like that." I see. Sounds like it fits it. That sounds like it fits with what Miss Taya told us. You guys done? Got places to be. If you're so busy, then why are you hanging around in an alleyway? Okay, so I'm not actually that busy. I just don't really want to speak to you guys anymore, so... Oh. Yeah, so... Not even a goodbye? Athena, are you still with me? Huh? Oh, darn it. Next time that kid starts talking, I'm just gonna stick my fingers in my ears. I realize that kid is about the same age as you. I don't see what that has to do with anything. Yeah, they are the same age. Alright, so... A piece of paper. Tristan must have dropped it. Maybe this is that thing he said he was looking for. Looks like a letter. It's addressed to Vito Ravalis. Wait! Are you sure you want to read Ravalis' personal mail? Well, he did throw it away. And whatever it is, Tristan must have read this as well. Doesn't make any better. This could be important. Not like anyone will know. Eh? What the? What does it say? This is just a letter. It's a set of test results from the local hospital. Test results? According to this letter, Vito Ravalis was diagnosed with a terminal illness a few weeks ago. Oh? What? So Vito Ravalis, is dying? It would appear so. Oh. Tristan must have come here to find this letter. You think Ravalis was hiding his illness from his son? I guess that would explain why he was sneaking around down here. discover something like that. Poor kid. Yet, that explains his reaction. We should hang on to this. I'm sure that Prosecutor Von Karma would be interested in it as well. That, I did not see that coming. Alright. I don't think there's much else for us to look at out here that we haven't already seen. Okay. Who's here now? The place is still empty. I should check upstairs. The investigation team might have finished by now. Apollo, wait. Athena? Oh. Athena, you've been acting really weird ever since we left the bakery. You just spit it out already? Apollo, What's been going on with you lately, Apollo? I need to know. Oh, What's been going on with you lately, Apollo? I need to know. What? What are you talking about? I'm worried about you. Ever since the Red Cove case 2 months ago. I can hear it in your voice. I can hear anger and sadness. More than anything, there's fear. A dark, bottomless fear that has you firmly in its grasp. What the hell are you saying? I'm not afraid. You're fine. What? That's what you do, Apollo. That's what you've always done. Tell yourself that you're fine, over and over until you start to convince even yourself. Put on a brave face and refuse to open up to anyone. Guess I'm the only person who can actually see your true feelings. What are you doing, Apollo? What are you trying to prove by acting this way? You want to help Mr. Doe, I get it. I want the same thing. But the way you're going about it, it's just stupid and reckless. It's like you don't even realize what you're fighting against. Not some sort of superhero, Apollo. You can't hurl yourself headfirst into danger like this and expect to fix everything. You're going to end up getting hurt, or worse. This stupid obsession you have is going to get us both killed. Okay. Huh? You're right. What we're doing is dangerous. I don't want you to get hurt. So go. You leave, and I can handle things from here. What? No! That's not what I'm trying to say. I know perfectly well what you're trying to say. I'm not going to back away from this just because it might be dangerous. Because that's exactly what these scumbags want me to do. Listen to yourself. Do you seriously think that you could take down an organized crime syndicate by yourself? Maybe not, but what else can I do but try? Getting yourself killed won't help anyone. Apollo, please. Paint yourself clear, Athena. There's nothing else to say. Fine, if you're so desperate to get rid of me. Go ahead, Apollo. I'm not gonna talk to you when you're like this. Athena. Damn it. Well. Why is he so stubborn? Idiot. He's so... This isn't what I wanted. Great job, Athena. I tried helping, but you just made things worse. Maybe I should go back and patch things up before it's too late. Oof. Whoa. Hey, do you want to watch where you're walking next time? Uh-oh. Boss wants to see you. Huh? Uh-oh. Hey! Hey! Let go of me! Quit squirming! Ah! Help! Anybody! Help! Oh, boy. I don't suppose there's much point in me standing around down here. I should start looking around upstairs. Grand. Grand. Apollo! I figured you'd show up sooner or later. Huh? Isn't Athena with you? Oh no. She's, doing her own thing. Getting kidnapped. What, did you two get in a fight or something? How did you figure that out so quickly? Anyway, I was hoping that you might have some information for me. Oh, that's right. You're gonna want to hear this. We've been investigating those things that came up in court today. Ooh, okay. Oh, hi, Emma. So things are getting, very dicey. What about the victim? A second autopsy was performed on the victim earlier today. I have the updated report here. It looks like your theory was right. The victim was indeed stabbed after he was already dead. And the real cause of death was the blunt force trauma from him being pushed off the balcony. I thought so. Well, damn. Which means that, what was the point of the, cutlery? Did he use the... Maybe the victim used the steak knife to, Does the bloody card... No, the blood belonged to the victim. So, he had to have been... So the attacker used the steak knife to attack the victim, cut him. Victim fled to the balcony, pushy over the balcony, dead. The victim was stabbed after he had already died. It must mean that the real killer was trying to frame Mr. Doe by using his knife. I guess that is the most likely explanation, huh? Still, the glove marks on the knife suggest that only the butler could have stabbed him. They were the only marks found on the handle and matched the gloves in Doe's room. That's also true. Feels like I'm missing something. Alternative route. We took a look at the dumbwaiter to see if it could have been used to reach this apartment. You did? What did you find out? The results showed that, it's totally impossible. What? Dumbwaiter has a maximum weight of about 100 pounds. If it exceeds that weight, the whole thing would shut down and break. Sorry to say that the thing could barely carry a child, let alone a fully grown person. Okay, so my original theory is back on, is that the security footage was edited. You've got to be kidding me. So that means John Doe is still the sole suspect, I'm afraid. Damn it. I thought I had cracked the case already. I don't know what I can tell you. As far as we know, there's no other way to get to this room. If John Doe is the only one who appears in this footage, he must be the killer. Tomorrow's trial is going to be rough, that's for sure. That about covers it. How are you feeling? Totally demoralized. Understandable. Sorry that I couldn't do more to help. That's fine. I'll find a way around it, somehow. Well, for what it's worth, good luck tomorrow. Thanks, Emma. Guess I should look around somewhere else now. Okay. No one in the lounge. Hallway. This hallway is where the staff rooms are located. Wonder if I'd be able to look around Mr. Doe's room. Thought I might find you here. Hey! Shay. I heard that you took on that butler's case. Maybe I didn't make my warning clear enough. I told you that it's not a good idea to go pissing off the Rivalis. Oh, right. You got balls, I'll give you that. Thanks. Do you think you'd do it? Do you really think that you'd be able to take down the Rivalis? Well, I don't know. You'd be doing the world a favor, I'd tell you that much. But don't you work with the Rivalis? Why would you want something like that? It's complicated. Like I said the other day, I don't respect the Rivalis in the slightest. If I could be anywhere else, I would be. I'm not about to bail. Not yet. Strange. Shay seems different to the rest of the Rivalis. Does he have some sort of ulterior motive for working with them? I'm very intrigued by him. What were you doing when the body was found? Me? What, am I suspect now? Listen, man, I've been trying to help you out here. I don't think you did it, no. But it's still useful for me to know where everyone was at the time. Not here. That's where. I had a meeting with the boss and got the hell out of here. I didn't even know that nest had been killed till I saw it on the news yesterday. Ask the guys who were working the doors that night. They'll tell you that they saw me leaving. That's true. Shay probably doesn't have anything to do with the murder. Okay, what do you know about John Doe? Do you know which of these rooms is John Doe's? I'd like to take a look around. His room's at the east, his room's at the end of the hall. But you can't go in there. Why not? The boss locked the door after the police finished investigating. Oh. Drat. Yeah. I think that the butler had the key when he was arrested. So Vito came down here and unlocked the door for the investigation team. I thought that John Doe has the only key to his room. Oh! Yeah, I had a feeling this was the case, but now we're finally learning this in universe. Oh well, he does. Sorta. Boss has his own master key to open every lock in the building with. A master key? Yeah, I think he has it with him most of the time. He's not carrying it. He keeps it in his own apartment. You know, the penthouse where Vito and his son live. Pfft, lucky bastard. Uh-huh. I would have thought Von Karma would mention something like that. That gal with the whip, she wasn't here for that. I mean, no one told her? Ooh. Someone's keeping information from Francisca. Master key added to the court record. Alright, what about Raval? Tell me about the Ravales. So if you work with the Ravales, do you also live here at the casino, Shay? Nah, not anymore at least. The boss set me up with a bigger apartment downtown. It's kind of like a reward for all the work I've done. I see. Did you live here before then? Yeah. That's when I was first starting out. Let's see. I lived on the 3rd floor, above where Nessa's apartment is. Later, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floors are identical. Oh, we're gonna do someone rappelling from the fucking balcony. Oh, yeah. So, going by this diagram, my apartment was in the same position as apartment number 2. What? Oh. Okay, never mind. The floors are identical. It's weird, huh? Right down to the decoration placement. It gets a little confusing sometimes. No idea why they built the place like that. Guess it saves time or something. I don't know. Maybe the security footage we got is for a different floor. Well, Mr. Doe's room is off limits, and I guess I'm done here. Watch yourself out there, man. Valles ain't gonna let you start causing trouble without a fight. If I were you, I'd avoid him and his goons for as long as you can. Will do. One more thing. If anyone, and I mean anyone, asks, we never spoke, okay? I want to help you, but I still gotta look out for myself. And Vito ain't gonna like me running my mouth like this. Capiche? Sure thing. My lips are sealed. Until we have to name your name in court for some reason. Alright, you better get going. Fair enough. Thank you for your assistance, Mr. D. Why does he enjoy hanging around here so much? Because none of the other gang members are around? Possibly. You're a unique one. Gang member with conscience. What can we do to show you things? Emma, can I ask you about this? Sure you can. The real question is whether you should. Oh, should I? No. Okay, that hasn't changed. Back to the lounge, things have changed. I hope we find out what happened to Athena. It's still empty, and Athena's nowhere to be seen either. I really screwed up this time, didn't I? Hey, Justice. Wait a second. Don't leave just yet. Shay? What is it? Just got a call from upstairs. Boss wants to see you. Huh? Vito Ravales wants me? Thought you said that I should be avoiding him. Yeah, but I also said that I've got to look out for myself above all else. Vito can't know that anything's up. I need you to come with me. I don't know about this. Listen, there are cops all around the place, all over the place right now. I doubt that Vito'd try anything risky with this much heat on the place. The thing is, I don't have a choice in the matter. So either you're coming with me, or I'm gonna have to haul you upstairs myself. Yeah. I feel like that's the angle. Either someone came down from the balcony above, or fucking security footage was for someplace different. Athena! Hello, Mr. Justice. Apollo, I'm sorry. Valles, let her go. Now. Is there any way to speak to your host? The girl is unharmed. You have my word on that. Excellent work on bringing the lawyer to me, Shay. Now, would you please give us the room? What? Are you sure, boss? I'll be fine. I'm just going to have a little chat with our two guests here. Please leave. Okay. Good. Now we can speak in private. Why did you call me here? I must say that I'm impressed with how far you've come. I honestly thought that the butler would be in jail by now. I suppose it's to be expected of the man who brought down Nathan Maggs. You knew who I was all this time? Of course. I couldn't have just anybody wandering around my casino. But I'm afraid that your noble hero act has reached its conclusion. You've interfered with my plans and caused trouble for my business. You have annoyed me. I won't be allowing you to continue. This is what's going to happen. You and your friend will turn around and leave. You will abandon the case and never set foot in my casino again. You will allow the butler to receive his punishment, and in return, I will allow you to walk away and spare you my wrath. Do we have a deal? Sorry, Valles. I'm not going to let you threaten me like this. Well. Athena, come on. We're leaving. Apollo, wait! That's a gun. I had hoped that we could come to an arrangement. But it seems that you have left me no other option. No way. Are you really going to risk shooting us with the police standing right below you? Trust me when I say that I know what I'm doing. Unlike poor Ness, I can assure you that your bodies will never be found. Is that a confession? Take it however you like. It won't matter soon enough. Apollo! What the fuck? Focus, Justice. Can't die here. There has to be a way for us to escape. So long, Mr. Justice. No! What? Huh? What? Blast! What in the hell? Vito Rivales, you're coming with me. Come now, prosecutor. I believe that there's been a slight misunderstanding here. Save it. You and I need to talk. We're going to discuss exactly what was going on in here. Is this really necessary? It is. Prosecutor Von Karma. Holy fuck. Stay here, Apollo Justice. I'll deal with you later. Now come with me, Rivales. Huh. Now do you understand the danger you're in? That was too much. My entire body is shaking. My legs feel like they're about to give out. Yep, there they go. Apollo, you okay? I'm not fine. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm not fine at all. Athena, I'm really sorry about everything I said. You were right. It was stupid of me to think that I could do all of this by myself. Yeah, well, I didn't exactly handle it well either. But what Mr. Kitaki told me, I was so worried that something bad was going to happen to you. So I tried to get you away from this case. I realized it only made things worse. We're going to do this, and we've got to do it together. We can keep each other safe instead of ending up like this. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Athena. I know I don't really say it much, but I really appreciate you standing by me through all this. Well, someone's gotta keep you out of trouble. Or land me in the middle of it. That's also true. That's also true. Come on, let me help you up. I never wanted the two of you to get involved in this. On Karma. What do you mean? Didn't you tell Emma that you expected us to show up here? Well, of course I expected it. I knew what kind of person you were. Like I said before, I didn't know what was going to happen 2 nights ago. I didn't mean for you to get involved in a murder. I only wanted you by my side for backup in my investigation. Don't worry about it. I'm the one who made the decision to come here. And if we recall, you went to the magic show. You left Athena at the magic show. You left Apollo at the bar. So, good job having us around for backup, Franny. I mean, I understand your motivation, but your actions don't really jive with that, still. But I appreciate the motivations, though. So what's gonna happen to Ravalis? He'll be questioned about today, as well as the night of Destinline's murder. Honestly, I don't think that much will come of it. He'll easily be able to sweep this whole thing under the rug. That is so messed up. He must have been pretty desperate to risk threatening us like that. Clearly he has something worth hiding. The only way we'll be able to drag it out of him is in court. You don't mean... I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, you two should go and prepare yourselves for tomorrow. Thank you, Prosecutor Von Karma, for everything. Perfectly timed song ending. Tomorrow will be our last chance. Oh shit, never mind. It just restarted. Our last chance to see that justice is served. Wow. Didn't really learn all that much. Other than it wasn't the fucking dumbwaiter. Which made sense, so I guess this final theory is gonna have to come together in court. Which the weird thing is, I don't know what that answer might be. About halfway through. Let's do it. Hello. Everyone's too anxious to say anything. Mr. Doe just doesn't want to break the silence. He's not the anxious type. I mean, what even is there to say? The situation is pretty clear as is. It's our last chance to prove Mr. Doe's innocence. Peter Ravalis is the only one that's standing in our way. If he can't bring the truth to light today, it's unlikely that he'll let us off the hook. All of us are in danger. It's up to me to keep everyone safe. The trial will be starting any minute now. Are you sure that you're prepared for this? As prepared as I'll ever be. Yeah, I've been going over the evidence again and again. The result is always the same. Nothing. It all points to Mr. Doe being the killer, but I know that can't be true. There's another solution. There has to be. I kinda like this. Huh? Oh, Tristan. Tristan, what are you doing here? Oh, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I mean, I don't have an answer to the question you just asked me. I'm just sorta... here. Okay. I mean, there are theories and stuff. Like the Big Bang. That's where it started, right? And then all of the space stuff sort of clumped together and made the Earth. And then humans evolved, and somewhere along the line, I was born. So, I guess that's sort of the reason I'm here. I was talking about the reason you're in the courthouse. Oh. So, that's what you meant. My dad's here. I couldn't have just said that to start with! The one with the whip took him away yesterday. That was after what happened in the penthouse. So are you guys gonna, like, pin the murder on Dad? Huh? I mean, that's what he's here for, right? Huh? Wouldn't be good for me if Dad went to jail. I mean, like, I know that he's not the greatest guy in the world, but he's still my dad. Besides, it's not like he'll be around much longer either way, right? Oh, yeah, those test results. Whatever. I don't care. You do care, though. I should go. Hang on a second. Poor guy. I kind of feel bad for him. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he asked for any of this to happen. Just a poor sheltered kid. Not like his father at all. I was about to lose him. One way or another. The quarter's ready for you, Mr. Justice. Right. Let's go. That's a story beat I don't really know what to make of. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Doe. Are the defense and prosecution both ready? Yes, Your Honor. Ready, Your Honor. At the end of yesterday's trial, defense proposed an alternative route the killer could have used. Or to reach the victim's apartment without passing by the security camera. So open up the possibility of somebody other than the defendant being the culprit. Well, we're about to speedrun this. Unfortunately for the defense, that theory has already been debunked. Its maximum carry weight for the dumbwaiter is far too low to lift a person. Anyone heavier than a child would have broken the lift had they attempted to ride it. Is that so? Yes, Your Honor. I'm afraid it's true. I see. In that case, it appears that the butler is still the only suspect. How would you like to proceed, Miss Von Karma? I would like to address a different point that also came up in the trial yesterday. The defendant's apparent lack of a motive. Are you saying that you know why the butler would have killed the victim? What's Von Karma's angle here? Indeed, Your Honor. I have a witness willing to describe the situation for the court. I would like to call Vito Revales to the stand. Revales? So she did have a plan after all. Well, this is jumping into full gear early. Revales? Is he the head of that criminal group? That's right. What's he doing here? Criminal? In court? I'm getting out of here! What a shock! Looks like he really is going to take the stand after all. It's all up to you, Apollo. You need to catch him here and now. Easier said than done. Very well. Will the witness please take the stand? Well, this is happening. Okay. Name and occupation. My name is Vito Revales. I am the proprietor of the Revales Casino. Revales. Prosecutor Von Karma tells us that you have information regarding the murder. Why did you not reveal that sooner? I assure you that I was not trying to conceal anything. I was only able to recall this information last night during my questioning. I believe I know why Mr. Doe might have done something like this. I see. Please testify about what you know. The Revales family jam. The butler's motive. I've recently witnessed an argument between the defendant and the victim. Two men were in the lounge a few days ago. Ness spoke with a raised voice. The butler had become increasingly negligent toward his duties. Annoyed with how little work he was doing, Ness confronted the defendant. Ness threatened to see to it that the butler was fired, were he to continue slacking off. It's my belief that this is the reason for the butler's crime. Well, this is the first time we've heard of this argument. Defendant, can you confirm the witness's story? It's true that the victim and I had a disagreement. Mr. Tidlin confronted me in the lounge. I had no idea that anyone was watching. I admit it, but I would never have committed murder over something so petty. Is the defense prepared to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. Except, in all honesty, I'm not sure what I expect to get out of this. Doe says the argument took place, and it does seem like a credible motive. Hopefully I'll be able to find something else to discredit this testimony with. Well, here goes. This is definitely final boss territory. Just straight on, here's your guy, here's Revales. So either this is going to be the epic confrontation, putting together the remaining pieces based on Revales' testimony, or something's going to come out of it, and we're going to get a shock, like Tristan was involved or something. We're just going to really throw everything into a tizzy. Which I kind of have a feeling that Tristan was involved. I'm not 100% certain how, but whatever the case, it's going to be revealed in court. The testimony we find in court. How long ago was this? Mr. Doe has upset Ness on multiple occasions. This argument specifically took place a couple of nights before the murder. So it happened recently. Is there anything wrong with Revales' last statement? Oh, okay, so we're pointing out contradictions. We're gonna pass for now. Tell me about the victim. Was he an easy person to anger? He was. I don't believe a day went past that Ness didn't lose his temper. Maybe he was in a bad mood for losing all those poker games with Miss Taya. Yeah, well, we've already seen how much of a sore loser the victim was. That he wanted to cheat to get over it. That's surprising. What Mr. Doe has told us, it sounds like he's been working pretty hard most days. And if he does tend to be a bit forgetful, I wasn't involved in the argument, so I wouldn't know much about it. Ness did start ranting at me about it a few nights ago. If I recall correctly, it was a clock that was the straw that broke the camel's back. A clock? There's a wall clock in the second-floor hallway. It seemed that the batteries ran out a few days ago because the hands have stopped moving. Ness told the butler to fix it, but it would seem that he never did. As far as I know, the clock is still broken. So that's what started their argument? Yes. The whole thing seems a bit petty if you ask me. Huh. I do remember there being a wall clock in that hallway. Well, at least we're learning more about this. I mean, we'll pass on this for now. So, got a statement here. Or was it this? What business was it? What business was it of his if Mr. Doe was slacking off? Ness was a high-ranking member of my organization. I placed him in charge of managing the casino staff. It was his job to take note of who was and wasn't pulling their weight. The victim was supposed to take over the Revales after Vito. I guess that's why he was given so much responsibility. Fair? And you think that's why Mr. Doe would want to kill the victim? The butler's position was threatened, but if Ness were to disappear, then he wouldn't have anything to worry about. Had he gotten away with it, the butler would be able to carry on working at my casino. You really think that Mr. Doe's position is worth killing someone? Well, not for me. Frankly, Mr. Doe doesn't appear to possess many marketable skills. I highly doubt that he would be able to afford losing his job at the casino. And that's why the defendant committed murder out of desperation. Huh. It certainly makes sense. Okay, so we have 3 points we can present. Evidence. We can point out contradictions too. So, this is Mr. Doe's alleged motive. Mr. Doe already told us that he and the victim had an argument. He also said that he wouldn't have killed Ness over it. Doesn't look like there's much else to this story, huh? What if there's anything else to be gained from this cross-examination. Let's run through this again. Happened recently. Just want to see what happens if we do this. Okay, so we just straight up present evidence. Oh, I think step 1. Ness had to have been in jail, so let's present the newspaper article here. Nope, that's wrong. There's clearly a problem here. No, I don't believe there is. Huh. I guess not. Please try to take this a bit more seriously, Mr. Justice. Well, that didn't go quite as planned. Okay, let's back out of this then. So the clock is interesting, because that's on the... Fuck it. Security footage. Let's go right to this. I have a question. Is the clock that you've been talking about the same one that's shown in this security footage? Ah, yes. That's the broken clock. I'm a bit confused as to why you would refer to this clock as broken. After all, if you look at the footage, this clock appears to be working perfectly fine. What? You are correct. The hands and the timestamp match up perfectly. This clock doesn't appear to be broken in any sense of the word. Then why did the witness state that this clock wasn't working properly? Uh-oh. I wonder what the reason is for this discrepancy. Uh-oh. This is gonna be third floor security footage. Passed off the second floor security footage because the floors are identical. Because my boy Shady. There are two possibilities. Either Valis is lying, or has a problem with the security footage. But this contains a mistake. The security footage? Valis has no reason to lie about something like this. It can only mean that the problem lies with the footage itself. How's that possible? Unless... No. No way! Apollo? What's up with you? Well, yeah, we're getting right to it. It's all starting to come together. I'm so focused on looking for an alternative route that the killer could use that I out-big-brained you. We didn't even stop to consider one more possibility. Well, Mr. Justice, what is your response to the witness's testimony? The witness is telling the truth. The clock on the second floor of the casino was broken that day. Doesn't this footage show that the clock was working fine? I'm afraid that we can no longer consider this security footage as solid evidence, due to one important fact that was revealed to us by this witness's testimony. The footage shown by this security tape was forged in order to paint Mr. Doe as the killer. Forged? Oh yeah, here we go. Mr. Justice, on what basis do you claim this piece of evidence to be a forgery? It's simple, Your Honor. We know for a fact that the second floor wall clock was broken that night. This footage shows no such thing. This can only mean that this recording does not show the second floor hallway on the night of the murder, as we were led to believe. But if this is true, then where do you claim this security footage came from? This footage shown on this tape was recorded at a different time or in a different place. Let's jump right to it. I learned of a very interesting fact about the Ravalis Casino yesterday. I lived on the third floor, above where Ness's apartment is. The layout of the second, third, and fourth floors are identical. So, going by the diagram, my apartment was in the same position as apartment number 2. The floors are identical, of course. It was the same thing during my investigation. What does that have to do with the camera footage? Think about it. The second, third, and fourth floors all look the same, right down to the decoration. I would would imply that the security cameras are also located in the same positions on each floor. That means that the footage from each floor would look exactly the same. Oh! This footage isn't from the second floor hallway. It was instead taken from one of the other floors. So this camera footage really was a forgery. Actually, I'm not so certain that the entire thing was faked. After all, both the victim and Mr. Doe appear on this footage. At the times, they reasonably should have been on the second floor. You're right. Mr. Doe told us he went to the victim's room at 7:30 p.m. That's exactly the time that he could be seen on this tape. That implies that only part of the recorded footage was replaced. Perhaps we should investigate this tape further. Let's try rewinding it. Okay. There! Stop it there! Oh, broken. It's just after Mr. Doe can be seen leaving the victim's apartment. Oh, look at that! The hands of the clock are pointing at the 12. That clock certainly isn't working properly, is it? That means that this footage really is from the second floor. To this point, the clock begins showing the correct time. Which means that this is the point at which the real recording was replaced. What happened if we started playing the tape forwards again? Let's take a look. There, it changed again. Whoa. 8:30 p.m. Just before Miss Taya first discovered the body. The clock is back to being broken. Which means that this is the point where the second floor recording starts again. Such a subtle change. No wonder nobody noticed this before now. Doubt? Yeah. Police were so focused on the people appearing on the tape, they forgot to pay attention to the hallway itself. Okay, I guess I can buy that. So, in conclusion, as the footage from the second floor camera was replaced with recording from a different floor for around 45 minutes between 7:45 and 8:31 on the night of the murder. Yeah? This leaves just one more important question to be answered. Who tampered with the evidence and why did they do it? The person responsible got a pretty good idea. Apollo Justice? The defense believes that the one who tampered with the security footage was... it's gotta be Vito. The person responsible for the false footage would need to infiltrate the casino's security. Which implies that it was somebody with authority over the Ravalli's group. With that in mind, I'd say that a witness is the most likely suspect. You're accusing me. The witness? Footage was tampered with before it ever reached the police. Ravallis, you forged the evidence to incriminate the defendant. Why on earth would the witness do something like this? Why indeed. So footage between 7:45 and 8:31 was replaced with a recording from a different camera. This would mean that the culprit was attempting to hide something from that time interval. Considering the circumstances, it's obvious what they are trying to hide. That's right. Valis, the thing you were hiding by tampering with the recording. It was the image of you on your way to murdered Nest Tin Line. Oh. What? See, I have a really sad idea about how this could play out. But no, it couldn't be that. My sad idea? Yeah. This is where the fight really begins. Well, witness, how do you respond to these accusations made against you? Vivaris answers the question. Yeah. Uh-oh. Witness? His illness. Bailiff, quickly. Escort this witness to the infirmary. Get your hands off of me. I'm not through with you yet, Apollo Justice. I refuse to testify regarding the security tape. Refuse? Refusing to testify now would only support the defense's claim. In that case, I'll just have to prove that I have nothing to do with the murder. It appears that this trial still has a long way to go. Very well. Let us hear your testimony regarding your link to the crime. Remind me about my sad idea about how this case would play out. If I don't mention it before the end of this case, remind me. Until next time, until then.